that you guys raised. It's like you cannot build like fancy AI solutions on this to have reliable data underneath. And secondly, we talk all day long, and the news headlines about defense tech tend to be on the kinetic side of things, and we need to build drones faster, we need to do all these things, and there are companies doing an amazing job like Helsing with those. But there is, when you go to a military man or an officer and ask what's actually missing, very often you run into way more mundane problems. Like, hey, the way I know where water and tents are in the forest is in Excel. And this sort of mundane set of issues, something where you can solve something relatively simple and something in private sector we take for granted and have a massive impact on the efficiency of our defense. I think this is a domain that I'm very intrigued about. And Labris is an example of that. So basically, if you look at Estonian or Finnish or basically the eastern flank, so the defense doctrines, it's typically we talk about total defense. Like when something happens, then the entire population joins in. When you start thinking about it, how does that work? How do you get 2 million Finns? Or how do you get 2 million civilian boats in Sweden to do things? How do you get 500,000 Estonians to move together in sync when needed? What's the tech stack for that? And you talk to people in military, and for communication you have Harris radios and you have these encrypted systems. And when Estonian and Latvian infantrymen go to the forest to practice in NATO exercise, it takes them 2 days to exchange encryption keys. Like it's like these pockets of comms, and if you need to get 100 local firemen on that system, you can't. And so Labris builds the software platform for that. So they built a set of tooling which allows you to onboard mixed military, civilian networks of people, securely verify who they are, task them, get back imagery from them with confirmations, technical confirmations and auditability that this is what it is, and the time and place of the images are correct and videos and so forth. And then you can even pay people using actually a very useful application in crypto in very weird places in the world, stablecoins. And so if you are running a, let's say, operation in Middle East or operation across 5 European countries, you need to have a very mixed set of people collaborating and then feed data into all of these other processes that, hey, this is how we target, hey, this is how we gather intelligence, hey, these are the patterns that we're detecting, these are the decisions we can be making on top of that. So Labris is the glue basically for that. And it's also, I think, is an exemplary story, like a founder story, because it's a company started by a British Royal Marine and a British Army veteran. And they know the domain better than anyone else. They've never built a tech company before. And so bringing together people from those backgrounds and people from tech is basically the way we can make magic happen very fast.
Fantastic, and I love that because